y'all, it's your favorite Armadillo Lord here, and with 2 badges in hand, it's now time to continue my journey towards Vermillion City to strengthen my team and get my 3rd badge. This is how my stream went. We start off by battling a rocket grunt that stole the TM dig, and we fight him for it. Afterward, we head to Route 5 to catch new Pokemon for the dex and trade up against some of the Pokemon that I didn't catch. I then made a little pit stop at the daycare to drop off 2 Pokemon for them to raise, and for me to hopefully come back to evolve and add a few more entries to my Pokédex. Once they were safe with the daycare, I took the underground path to Route 6 as the main gate is blocked for now. While I'm on Route 6, I'll take advantage of my surroundings and do a little bit of training so my team will be ready for the upcoming gym battle. Once the training was done, I made it to Vermillion City and made sure to heal up my team so I didn't have to go all the way back to Cerulean should I happen to lose. I then went to Diglett Cave to look for a good Diglett to catch and use against the gym's electric-type Pokemon. I then found a good Diglett that I wanted and I was able to catch the little mole. Once the little guy was ready, I trained him on Route 11 so he can be ready for the upcoming gym battle, plus some extra cash from the trainer's help. I continue the training and cash collecting on the SS Anne, as there is plenty of trainers to train against and to relieve them of the cash that I need more than them. During my EXP and cash harvesting session, I bump into my rival for our 4th battle. I start off the battle strong by having Pikachu easily take out Pidgeotto, leaving 2 more to go. He will then send out Eevee and I have Pikachu do what she can as I don't want her to lose to Eevee's dig. I switched out Pikachu with Mankey and he was able to easily take out Eevee, leaving my rival down to his last Pokemon. While Oddish is able to take down Mankey, I send in Charmeleon to help finish the job against the Shiny Weed, which she's able to do with ease, taking down Oddish and handing me my 4th victory against my rival. I then get the HM for cut from the seasick captain after making him feel better. With that HM and now taught to my Diglett, I cut down the tree that was blocking my path to the gym. Once inside, I quickly defeat the trainers and work on the trash can puzzle. Thankfully, save state saved me a good amount of time in this endeavor. Now that the gate is open after completing the annoying puzzle, it's time to face Lieutenant Surge. In the first battle, Diglett doesn't perform as well as I hoped, so I need to switch him out for a better Pokemon. But the switch led to me losing one of my Pokemon, so I decided to give my Diglett a second chance. This round, the second time is the charm, as Diglett is able to take out Voltorb and is eager to take on Magnemite that Surge only sent out against my ground Pokemon. It easily sweeps the electric steel type, leaving Surge with 2 Pokemon left. Surge works to shorten my lead by taking out Diglett and leaving me with 4 Pokemon left, but still double what he has. So I return the favor by having my Pikachu defeat his Pikachu, leaving Surge down to his last Pokemon, Raichu. Then the pendulum swings again as Surge's Raichu takes down my Pikachu, and I have Charmeleon try to do some damage against him. But this Raichu is proving to be very difficult as Charmeleon is taken out, so I decide now Gloom to see if it can clinch another victory like it did against Brock. Gloom starts to do quick work on that as it's able to poison the Raichu, and since Surge doesn't have any full heals, it'll do gradual chip damage to it. In the end, a combination of Gloom's attacks and poison takes its toll on Raichu, knocking out and awarding me my 3rd gym badge, and Gloom's 2nd victory against the gym leader. After I got my Pokemon healed up, I bumped into an officer with a troublesome Squirtle that I gladly took off his hand. With the new team member, I worked to train him up in the Diglett Cave to give Squirtle a more favorable training ground. Taking a break from training Squirtle, I bump into one of Oak's aides who checks my Pokédex progress, and for my hard work, I was rewarded the HM for Flash, which will come in handy soon enough. I then traded a kid for his Mr. Mime in exchange for my Abra, giving me a decently powerful Psychic-type Pokemon for my journey. Continuing the backtracking, I went back to the museum in Pewter City to pick up the old Amber to eventually revive whenever I make it to Cinnabar Island. During this trip back to the past, I managed to evolve Squirtle into Wartortle, getting him on par with my other members and allowing him to fend up for himself. Capping off the backtracking, I pick up the Bulbasaur that I should have gained earlier during my gameplay, but better late than never, I suppose. Going back to the main path, Snorlax completely blocks off one route, so I gotta take the long way to get to the next town. While going the other way, I pick up a bike voucher to get myself a new bike to help speed up my journey when I need to. And then take some time training my new members so they can be prepared for the upcoming route and stronger Pokemon that lie ahead of us. Once I've trained up enough, I head on over to Route 9 to continue the journey. With the trains being a decent challenge and giving me a good amount of experience, my Bulbasaur evolves into Ivysaur. I then reach Route 10 and take a breather at the Pokemon Center so my team is all healed up before we go further. After the quick breather, I head on into Rock Tunnel. The flash I got from the Professor's aid quickly proves useful as I gain visibility in this dungeon. Even with his evolution, Ivysaur is still a bit behind the rest of the crew, but the trainers and Pokemon in Rock Tunnel are favorable when going against Ivysaur. It doesn't take too long for Ivysaur to catch up, and he's able to fend for himself against our opponents. Next up to train is Wartortle, as he's still new to the team and needs a little bit of catching up to do. As with Ivysaur, this dungeon has favorable opponents for him to train against. While getting Wartortle up to snuff, I bumped into an Onix and made sure to catch it, as you never know what Pokemon could prove useful in the long run, and it helps build up the Pokédex. After all that battling and training, we finally made it out of the rock tunnel and back into natural light. After a short stroll, we make it into Lavender Town and see that a lonely Cubone heads into the Pokemon Tower. We'll have to see why it went in there, but that will have to be for the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.